Are you ready for a nuclear attack? What should you do in case of a nuclear war? Almost 80 years ago, the United States dropped 2 nuclear bombs over the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, leaving more than 200,000 people killed. It is the only time nuclear weapons have been used against civilians during an armed conflict. With tensions between world leaders and political unrest becoming dangerously unstable, the looming threat of a nuclear war has become a major concern. In the event of a nuclear attack, are you prepared to save yourself and possibly help others survive such a catastrophic blast? While it may seem unlikely to survive a nuclear bomb, there are a few simple actions you can take to increase your chances of survival, assuming that you live far enough away from the core of the explosion. When the blast occurs, you may be tempted to stare at the gigantic flash of the blast, but doing so will render you blind instantly. Gather your family and pets and take shelter immediately in the nearest building, preferably made of brick or concrete. Go below ground as far as you can, and if that's not possible, stay in the middle of the building. Avoid the outer walls and roofs, and stay away from glass windows. If possible, turn off and close any fans, air conditioners, fireplaces, or any air vents that may bring air from the outside. If you happen to find yourself caught outside and unable to go inside immediately, lie flat on the ground and cover your head. Keep in mind that it can take over 30 seconds for the blast wave to hit. Cover your mouth and nose to avoid breathing harmful particles and proceed to take shelter inside. Following the blast, a mushroom cloud formation will cause a huge cloud of radioactive dirt and debris. This period is called the fallout, and it takes about 15 minutes to fall back down to the ground. The fallout is highly radioactive and dangerous for the first few hours. You can avoid the fallout by staying inside, which will highly increase your chance of survival. However, staying inside means you'll need food and water supply until the situation outside is safe. It's best to store food that has a long shelf life. Canned food, rice, dried beans, dried soups, whole grains, and powdered milk are all readily available and can be safely stored for around 5 years. It is only safe to eat and drink packaged food that was inside a building. Do not eat or drink packaged food that was outdoors during the fallout. If you were outside during the fallout, remove your contaminated clothes, seal them tightly in a plastic bag, and, if possible, store them as far away from humans and animals as you can. Take a shower if you can, or wipe your exposed skin with a wet, clean cloth. Make sure to clean any pets that were outside after the fallout arrived. The internet, phone networks, and televisions will not be operational after a nuclear blast, but battery-operated radios will still be functional, and you should be able to receive updates and instructions for safety measures. Stay put in your shelter for at least 24 hours or for as long as instructed by the authorities. In some circumstances, you may be expected to stay in the shelter for as long as 1 month. If you are feeling sick or injured, listen carefully for the instructions on how and where to get medical attention when authorities tell you it's safe to exit. Do you have any emergency action plans for a nuclear blast? What about a nearby shelter or an emergency kit at home? Share your thoughts in the comment section.